All right, so I am officially live doing my very first live movie review. Let me get my notes up. I know depending on the time, a lot of people might not hop in, but I'm going to do it anyway. If you guys are going to watch it on the replay, that's okay because it's going to be live on the um, YouTube page in the community. Actually, it's on the live tab. So you guys will definitely be able to watch it even if you don't watch it live. Let's see. Let me get some things in order while What's going on? What's with the sad face? Oh, y'all can't hear me? Let's find out why. How about now? Can you hear me now? Still no audio? Shows that there's audio coming in. Ah, all right, fantastic. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I guess my mic muted by accident. Rich, aren't you on vacation, man? What you doing on YouTube at this time of night? Thought you was gambling your life away. All right, so I'll give like another minute or two, see if anybody else hops in. There's only five of us now, but that's no big deal. Five is better than zero. The master teaser was great. Um, a lot of you guys pointed out that VJ did not say one word throughout the entire teaser, and I didn't realize it the first time. I actually had to go back and watch it again, and sure enough, he didn't say anything at all. So I don't know. I don't know what their plan is, but I've seen a couple good fight scenes, so we'll see how this all works out. I'm interested to see if he actually has a fight scene with VJ Sethupathi. Because I've only seen him in one fight scene, and that was in that Pangali music video. And he doesn't seem very, how can I say this? Nimble, I guess is the easiest way to put it. Yes, there is a knife scene. Five is better than zero. You're right. Now we're up to six. Now we're moving and grooving. Yeah, so the teaser trailer was actually really good, seen on the train. So I'm hoping that means that is really good, nothing short, nice and long. I know VJ runs a lot of time, so we'll see how far he pushed it. Yep, that's what we're going to talk about. Is I'm just going to give it a couple more minutes just in case anybody else decides to filter in. But if you guys are new to the channel, obviously, definitely go ahead and join by hitting that subscribe button. Share these videos with all your friends and family, and we'll see how far we could take this channel. This was a rough week because all my videos got blocked this week. Every single one of them. I had 4 videos, all got blocked. Fun times. But what are you gonna do, man? You just keep recording and see if they get released or not. So I'll kind of give you guys a little bit behind the scenes what normally ends up happening. Usually, if I post a video, I won't know it's blocked until I wake up the next morning because I usually post it, then go to sleep due to the time. And then I wake up in the morning and I see no video posted, no views, and I have to file a dispute. And usually it takes about a week for them to respond back. And then it'll either pop up or it won't pop up. Yeah, it's the reaction life, man. It's brutal. I think the hardest part about it is taking the time to edit videos. And I think that's why I try to keep my editing to a minimum and just really dive right into it and go about a day. So, you know, Joe, what's going on? Oh, we picking up now. Um, Corona, uh, it's getting kind of rough out here, man. Actually, Rich and Jazzy Life, we had a trip to Vegas planned. We canceled that. Next week, I was supposed to go down to Disney with my family. We just canceled that, so it's not looking too good. Yeah, Masters got blocked, and actually, I'm surprised you guys actually seen that video because um, they never responded to me after I filed my dispute. It just ended up popping back up there. So I didn't say anything. I just ran with it. And that's from Sun XT or Sun NXT, however they say it. And they usually, once they block, they usually don't unblock. So I didn't argue about it. I just said, hey, I ran with it. My family's doing good with it. Um, hasn't really impacted us too much. We just can't really travel like we normally would. Usually take family vacations. We have a cruise planned for next month, but I don't know how that's going to work out. Uh, see, we'll play it by ear. We'll work it out. All right. So what we'll do then is this because I'm going to go ahead and dive into it. I'll pretty much leave timestamps in the comments of the video. So if you do have to dip out, that's perfectly fine. I'm just going to keep on talking and keep on. Who's my favorite video actor from India right now? My favorite actor has to be Danush. Um, so if you guys want to head out, you could definitely head out, but stick around. We'll talk it out. The reason I decided to do it live because I tried to record it by myself and just felt a little weird. I'm not a movie critic, or I just do reactions for fun, and it just became too wordy. And I was like, this is really boring trying to do it by myself. I figure if I do it with you guys, I can actually talk to you guys. We can have a conversation about it and have it more of like an open discussion more than anything else. From Hollywood. Uh, that's actually a hard one because I like Denzel Washington. I'll watch any Denzel Washington movie that comes out. Visit India. I'll love to, man. Um, I know I was actually talking to Ken from Dad's Den about trying to make that happen. It was supposed to try to make it happen this coming summer, but I don't know how that's going to work out. Um, What do I feel about VJ fans? I'll tell you this. VJ fans are very passionate. Uh, very passionate, very critical. I think the most comments I usually get are on my VJ videos. I don't want to keep doing VJ videos because I don't want anybody to think I'm just trying to ride the VJ train. I try to spread it out a little bit, but you could definitely tell the passion in VJ fans. About the election. We're going to leave politics out of this one. Tamil Nadu, welcome. Welcome. More America. So how many of you guys actually seen the movie so far? You guys should have all seen the movie by now, because this is going to go into spoilers. So if you have not seen the movie yet, this is a wonderful time to get out of the live stream because we are going to be talking about spoilers. And if you are in the live chat, this is for you guys as well. So I want you guys to chime in. What I'm going to try to do is go live more often, and I've been figuring out a way to kind of set up a call-in system so that you guys can actually call in and talk as well. But it's going to take a little while to kind of get the technical side of it because I'm going to do it for the first time, but we'll work it out. No problem. No problem. No, thank you for the support. I appreciate it. All right. Let me get my little I watched it twice. And the reason I watched it twice, because the first time was really just I wanted to watch it, just kind of watch it, go through the subtitles, read it. And then the second time I watched it was more so to kind of see if I missed anything. Because I'll be honest with you, a lot of you guys asked me what I thought about the music. I didn't pay attention to music the very first time. The only song that I actually remembered was the very first song when he was dancing on a mountaintop and Boomy actually met him for the very first time and he didn't stop dancing. That's the only song I remember. After that, I didn't remember any other song because I got caught up in the movie because every song clip they played was actually telling the story of what keeping the story going, whether it was flashing back or just having him do things that they didn't really have time to explain on camera. So I kind of was just focused on what was actually happening, make sure I didn't miss anything. So the music was a second nature, which sucks. But we'll react to ghost videos. Will you react to ghost videos? I don't know what that means. So let's do this. Let me start off by saying this. I said this in the last fan reaction, raw reaction video, that Aparna was probably my favorite part of this movie. I think from an acting standpoint, she really pushed the film along very well. And with Suriya, he did a lot of acting with just his eyes. Like he really was, you really felt the pain that he was going through because he really, man, this dude had a way to get his eyes just watery right here. And once it started getting water, he didn't really cry, but it just kind of felt like, damn, he's about to break down. But they did it a lot together. Like they caught eyes a lot, and they just kind of just talked to each other without actually saying anything. And that's actually how their first interaction started. They just kind of just felt each other's vibe, and it went from there. Funniest thing about it, this man didn't talk to her for I think 3 years, and had the nerve to go up and try to find her. But we'll get to that point. Which movie are you planning to watch next? I'll tell you right now, actually. It's actually an old VJ clip. I think it's like Gilly or something like that. There's like 2 scenes that somebody recommended. Oh, well, I'll jump around. What do you guys ask? Make life easier. The part that stuck in your mind. The part that stuck in my mind the most was when he was in the train station crying on the floor, trying to get not a train station, in an airport trying to get a ticket for first class. And he only had $6,000. I think it had to be like 8,000 or something like that. I forgot the exact dollar amount. And he just starts going around asking everyone around the train the airport, if they could spare him the extra money. He's giving them his name, his phone number. He's writing down his address. He's doing whatever he can to try to beg people to, and you just see him deteriorating, man. He just starts getting more and more desperate as time goes by, to where he just frantically asking anybody, to where he kind of got a little scary because the little kid was like, "Yo, can you just give him some money, Dad?" And Dad was like, "Nah." And then the police officers came and took him away. I think that stuck in my mind a lot. And the second part that stuck in my mind would be when he found out that he was being suckered from the very beginning, and they took this man's plane and painted over his plane. They didn't even do a good job painting over the plane. You could still see his airline on the wing. All they did was paint over the back rudder, whatever it is back there, that back tail wing. That's all they painted over. But on the engine, still you could faintly see his airline on it still. And then they flashed back and they showed how they actually set him up. And man, that was brutal. At that point, I would have quit, to be honest with you. I would have had no fight left in me. Yeah, man. It's he got so mad that he tried to throw a fire extinguisher 3 stories up into a window. It didn't go anywhere near where he was trying to throw it. But he just threw the hell out that fire extinguisher, man. And I could I couldn't help but laugh. But I felt his pain, but I just couldn't help but laugh when I seen him throw it. Um, Side note from laughing, I think the one of the best, and I don't even know if it's going to get as much praise as it should, but the supporting cast of his family and her family, funny as hell. They are hilarious. How they bantered back and forth, how they always made fun of her, but they still ate her cooking. It was funny watching them go back and forth and just have a good time with each other. Well, it wasn't really a good time at first. I think they just didn't like each other at first, but they were just being protective of their mutual friends. That's all. But once they got it all under wraps and everybody was on the same page, just watching them play around was pretty cool. And just the dialogue they had, they were pretty funny. Now, I guess I listened to you guys. Type in the chat what was your favorite part of the movie. So the director did an excellent job. Um, I think she did a really good job telling the story and making you forget that it was based on somebody else. Like, you actually started to feel that this was a story on its own and not based on actual true events. As you guys know, I say it all the time. I love biofilms, like any type of films that are based on a true story. I love them. And what I like the most is when I forget that it is based on a true story and it's something that I'm watching for the very first time. So I think she did a really good job capturing it. And the best part is that Suriya let her do a thing and just said, "Hey, you're in control. Do what you have to do." I don't think they. I think they did a good job moving the story forward because a lot of things actually happened. They explained his past, but they didn't dive too much into his military. From watching the teaser videos as well as the behind the scenes clips, you would have thought the military scenes would have played a lot more significant role. They really didn't. They really were just there to talk about his background and kind of set the scene for what happens later on when he has to crash land his plane on that military base. And they let him go. They give him a fine. Not only do they give him a fine, but they give him the option to pay it back, I believe, 3 months after his airline's up and running. And they supported him. When they thought they was going to damage his plane, his old crew came and backed him up and stood guard of his plane because his man ain't sleep for 3 days. He's like, "I'm not sleeping until my plane is off the ground, but they came and watched the plane for him. So they did a really good job tying in all the stories without it making feeling too long and drawn out. I enjoyed the movie Begil. The only issue I ever had with Begil, I just felt like the movie felt like 3 different movies. Like, I just didn't feel like it was just one cohesive movie, and this didn't have that feel. This, you could tell they had a direction and they stuck with it. Yep, yeah, some I seen, I think it might have been you actually that told me about the book. Hey, so let's see, did anybody say what their favorite part of the movie was? Or what part stood out to them the most? Let's see. Not yet. Oh, you know who was another good character? The reporter. She wouldn't shut up. Like, she just wouldn't shut up. Like, she just talks so much and she just doesn't stop. She just keep asking questions after questions, but she was a good character. I enjoyed her. And I appreciate that um she repaid him for his debt by taking him to see the president. And this man, I don't know what they were thinking, to be honest with you. I got to find out if that actually really happened with him going and sneaking to the presidential office, because if that was to happen today, he would have been shot. Yeah, he would have been shot before he had a chance. Yeah, everyone did have their own space. Boomy, yeah, Boomy was actually solid. I enjoyed Boomy a lot. And I just found out that the actress that plays her is only 25 years old. She's so young. Yep, I got that written down already. That's going to be on my list later on. What did you guys think of the venture capitalists that suckered them into getting everything started? Kathy starring Carthy. Let's screenshot that. That way, if it's good, I could give you a shout out, Dethian. Now, this movie, this thing blew up, man. Once I was watching, I just kind of just went to Twitter to see what anybody was saying, and boy, Instagram and Twitter was loving it. People were raving about it. I couldn't even finish. I stopped at intermission so I could drive my kids home, and I had to sit in traffic. While I was sitting in traffic, I was kind of just going through the feed, and people were talking all type of wonderful stuff about it. So I wonder how, because he produced it himself, so I'm guessing he probably made a lot of money off this film. I think the hardest part, well, not really the hardest part, but I think from me personally, I have a very laid back personality. Like, nothing too much bothers me. I kind of just go with the flow. I don't know if I could have handled as many times as he failed. You talking about this dude went to 24 banks to get a loan. He got denied 24 times. His sales pitch, he changed it for each individual person he met, and he kept getting denied. I don't know if I have that determination. I mean, I would love to say I have that determination and fight in me, but I can't guarantee I have that. Yeah, the betrayal scene, man. Yeah. Oh, speaking of him losing weight, man, I was actually watching some old clips of him. This man used to be his body changes a lot. Like he used to be Diesel at one point. He was looking huge. He was jacked. I don't know what movie he was doing it for, but my man was jacked. Oh, what was another good part was at the end of the movie when they were actually getting off the plane and everyone is starting to show their little ticket and everybody's coming off and they thought his friend messed up. He said I messed up all the orders, but they came on another plane. And after that, they kept showing clips of people taking flights. It was actually pretty good. Yep. Aditi and somebody else just wrote that just now. Or somebody else just wrote it. Now, let me make sure I screenshot it, make sure I don't miss it at all. I do have a question for you guys though, because um I watched it on Amazon Prime. Obviously, I use subtitles, but the subtitles will tell you when language changes. I felt like it switched language at least 3 different times. Is that normal? Because this is only the second film that I watched fully. Um, Begil was the first one, but I was actually when it came to Begil, I was more interested in the different fight scenes more than anything else, and see what type of gangsterness was going to happen. Yep, definitely. Um, and Disney, if you have Disney, mhm. What I got from the moral story that I got was that it only takes one time to succeed to make it. You could fail a whole bunch of times, but all you need is that one time and everything will work out. But like you said, you do have to stick with it. One thing that I knew was going to happen was I knew the father was going to die. Um, just the way it played out, I knew the father was going to have to die. Obviously, he probably died in real life also, but the I just think that it was kind of just predictable at that point. That was kind of just I knew that was going to happen. What's my dream? It's a good question, man. Um, I really don't know. I've always just went with the flow. I started my YouTube channel for my family vlog years ago just to kind of have something to do on the side. It was never meant to blow up. Even with Let's Do This reaction, I didn't ever have any dreams to have 250,000 subscribers, a million subscribers. I said, you know what? It looked like fun. I need something to do in my free time. I love talking to people. I love interacting with people from around the world. Why not? I used to be on a podcast many years ago, and majority of the people on the podcast was on the UK. So it just gave me an opportunity to really just talk to people around the world. And it's the same thing with this, just talk and go about that. So that's why I think a couple of people wrote me on Instagram asking me why all my reactions are positive. And that's because I don't really react to things I don't like. If I watch it and I don't like it, I just don't react to it. Like if I don't have anything positive to say about it, then I won't really react to it. Um, it's not that, and it's really because I'm just not a movie or film critic. I'm just here having a good time, trying to add a little positivity to the internet. So, I just want to have those positive conversations. I don't want to sit there and bash a clip and then somebody else loves it and then it starts one big riot. That's how social media and internet goes. Did you expect any time? Nah, I didn't expect anything over. I'll be honest with you, I thought it was going to be about a 500 subscribers still because they haven't even been a year. And put that in perspective, my family channel has been around for the past, what, 3 years, Rich, if you're still in here? 3 years or so, four? Yeah, and I only have 1,500 subscribers there. And I have way more videos on that channel than I have this channel. It's just, I've never did it to really grow. I just did it to see what happens. And, you know, I love all 3,001 of you guys, man. It's been fantastic. Everybody's been really cool. Instagram, man. People that talk to me on Instagram, solid. I love it. Let me check one thing real quick. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, people. All right, let's see what we got here. Although this is an inspiration movie for everyone, especially people who have got laid off from the corporate, I was so fed up in the COVID-19 time, but the movie has given me very much hopes. I do watch you and Dad's Den, and I must say I prefer your reactions more. I hope you continue. I appreciate that. As Brian, good things take time to do. Um, yeah, I think this movie actually came out at a really good time with, like you said, people losing their jobs and now maybe deciding this is the time that instead of focusing on a career they weren't really happy with, maybe deciding to take a chance and do something a little different. Um, my wife, prime example, she enjoys her job, but because everything shut down, she decided, I'm gonna start baking on the side, and that's what she's been trying to practice. She hasn't sold anything yet. She's just kind of just deciding now to learn and really perfect her craft and see where it takes it from there. So I say this is the type of movie that I actually wrote Ken after I watched it. I was like, dude, we got to go do something, man. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we got to go do something. Oh, next movie is definitely gonna be Master. Um, That's probably going to be depending on how far it is though, because I definitely want to start watching more movies, full clips itself, but we'll see. Oh, and there's actually a couple Vijay Sethupathi movies that I want to see the full clip of, because I've been watching kind of like just little small clips of scenes from him, and I want to see get a little bit more full context on his acting style because everyone says he's an amazing actor. So I just want to see his versatility altogether. Yeah, January is a very far time. That's it sounds like it's close, but man, we've been waiting what? The Vati Coming song came out probably in February or March. Jeez Louise. Yes. Oh, Vikram. Oh yeah. I'm definitely gonna watch that. The Wolf of Wall Street. Wolf of Wall Street was a funny movie, man. I was dying through that entire movie. Leonardo DiCaprio might be in my top 5 Hollywood actors. I enjoy Leonardo DiCaprio a lot. I wish he got a little bit more respect on his name, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, Vikram looks like it's gonna be good. So the movie is 90. The movie is called 96. Let me put that down also. Yeah, y'all should see my phone. I literally take screenshots of all the clips that you guys recommend. So my entire phone is just full of nothing but screenshots of YouTube and Instagram comments. It's crazy out here. Oh, I think I forgot one part. The when he realized he needed money, he needed $15,000. Well, it's not $1,000, but $15,000 just to make life easier for me. Um, and he went and tried to ask Boomy for it, but he was kind of like, I don't really want to ask her, but I have to ask her. And she was just like, you picked a good location for my restaurant. I'm making $1,000. He's like, a week? That's pretty good. She's like, nah, I'm making that a day. And he's just like, whoa, so she was making all kinds of money. And then she was like, at first, I'm not gonna lie to you, when he told her she needed a 15,000 and she walked away without saying anything, I thought they was gonna probably split up. But no, gave him 20 stacks instead. I appreciate it. That was gangster. All right, screenshot. All right, so let me wrap this up really quickly. Overall, if it was on a scale of 5 stars, I'll definitely give it a 5-star movie, especially for my second real dive into a full movie. I would definitely give it a 5-star movie. And the reason why is because from start to finish, I was entertained. You know, it had me thinking, damn, what would I do in this situation? Or I actually started hating the owner of Jazz Air. Like, I was like, this dude's a douche, man. He's a jerk. I wanted to fight him, man. Like I, I was getting frustrated about the whole situation. So from start to finish, I definitely say it was an excellent movie. I want to see what is next for the Aparna. I believe that's how you say her name. I want to see what's next for her in her next role to see if she has the same performance or if her performance was solely based on being around other great actors in this film. So I definitely want to see if it's something where she could carry over. Obviously, we know Suriya, so he's going to do his thing regardless of what's happening. He's been in the game for a long time. There's no changing that aspect of it. When you're producing your own movies, you can't fail, man. You'll be all right there. But I would definitely give it a 5-star rating. I've watched it twice, so that's how you know I liked it because I actually watched it twice. If it's something I didn't like, it would have never made it past the first intermission. But overall, I think it was really good. Um, it I didn't realize that it was as long as it was because I watched it and I was like, that was solid. So I appreciated the whole thing from start to finish. Um, yeah, I there's a lot of films that I do want to see now. So the Kamal Hassan Vikram movie I want to see, just because that teaser trailer was phenomenal. Like, I love a good knife fight scene, and he whipped out some axes, so I'm all in there for that. I want to find out. I actually want to watch the rest of Rocky Handsome. Um, that one knife fight scene alone made me want to watch the rest of the film. So I'm going to start watching some older movies and kind of just get a full vibe of what's going on. I know Ken has watched a lot more, and he kind of pointed me the direction of some. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to pull some reactions from them as well. Oh, so she got another film out. Let's see. Yeah, I want to see exactly what else she has in her tank. Um, and main reason why, because she's so young. Like I said, she's only 25, so she has a long acting career ahead of her. So I definitely want to check it out. But want to thank you guys for joining with me, interacting, talking. Like I said, man, if you know anybody else that needs something to do in their free time and they're looking for stuff to watch on YouTube, send them over to Let's Do This Reaction. I'm going to try to do more live videos so I could talk to you guys. I'm going to try to go live on Instagram also. So if you not yet follow me on Instagram, definitely check me out at Let's Do This Reaction on Instagram. I follow everybody that follows me. So definitely take a chance, give me a follow. I'll follow back. And that's it, people. So until next time, it's 3:30 in the morning here. I'm about to go to sleep, man. Have a good one, people. If I could end it, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? And that became very anticlimactic. I'll watch it. Don't worry. It's going to get watched. Have a good night, people. Let's see if this ends now.